Okay,
Sounds like trouble.
let's go ahead and get started. The chair will call the Macon County Airport Authority meeting to order for March 25th. Welcome everyone here. And first order of business is to approve the minutes of February 25th.
Move acceptance is mayor.
You a second?
Second.
Okay. All in favor say aye. Aye. Minutes are approved. And for the record, Mr. Jenkins will not be able to be here today, and I haven't heard from Gary, so he may come in a little late, he may not, so whatever. Okay, first order of business is public comment session. No one here from the public to speak to the authority. And the next item of business on our agenda is agenda item number 4. Eric, if you would please, you go ahead and bring us up to date on
Okay.
runway widening project.
All right. Well, I guess first line item for the runway widening project. Teresa and I got together yesterday, and we've compiled, got the numbers and everything. So we've prepared the grant paperwork, and that's going to go into Nancy. Actually, the paperwork's already gone into her, and everything. You've executed the paper copies that she needs submitted, so that'll go into her. That'll get that grant set up, and with that, next Tuesday, going to have a meeting here with the contractor. I previously talked to him, so hopefully that date still works for him. We'll have a pre-construction meeting on that date and go over the items for the construction.
What day is that, Eric?
Next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
And go over the construction schedule with him, look at items that he looks at needs to get over to us, his submittals. We'll also look at that time, bring him up to speed on the monitoring that will be done during the installation of the trench drain by TRC to satisfy Dana Perkins and everything. So we'll go over those and what he'll need to do to coordinate. Oh, there's Gary.
How come you didn't fly?
Couldn't see.
That's never bothered you before.
You're right.
He's getting wiser.
You've got the bumps to prove it.
I'm getting older.
So, but we'll go over the construction items like that. Again, look at the construction schedule. Hopefully, also have the testing company that'll be here doing the quality control testing on his work for the stone compactions and asphalt placement. Hopefully, they'll be able to attend the meeting as well, and also I'll plan on having my inspector Robbie here as well, so he can meet the contractor and they can begin coordinating their schedules. So after that date, hopefully on Tuesday we'll sit down and nail down the start date for you, and hopefully it'll be within a week, if not 2 weeks, from that point that we'll get them here and get them started working over there. So get that going. A little bit of information on the obstruction lighting and rotating beacon repair. Did contact the company that had previously installed them. They are no longer servicing out this far. They're out of Fayetteville, and they've decided to shorten their window or their areas that they cover right now. So I'm going to approach the companies that we had previously gotten estimates to do the beacon from, and just ask them to try and give me estimates with regards to the obstruction lights. And in my looks, the light that is up there is an LED light. It's and everything. So really, I'm assuming that the light fixture itself is probably still good, so hopefully it is, you know, replacing the batteries, which would be the most, hopefully that's, you know, what the issue is, and hopefully that will cost us less, but have them troubleshoot the batteries, the photocell solar panels, the wind turbines, the control panel. In my looking research, digging up it, I found that one of the obstruction lights during the construction of them had actually been vandalized. There was a note in there that one of the lights had something, that there had been vandalism. So we'll see, look at that. Another item that I was might look into and ask them to give us a quote for it is they have systems that can monitor kind of like a pump station's alarm, something that might be able to tell us when a light is not functioning. That way we would know which light and when it was not working. See what something like that might cost to add to these. Hopefully that should be something that, because all the lights are line of sight with the building, it should just be something that can use a low power radio frequency to possibly send a message down here and just have a receiver down here that could.
That'd be good.
So I'll see what might be available to do that, because that way we can hopefully keep better tabs on the function and working of the lights as well. I'll get estimates, and once I get those, I'll share those with you so we can, like you said, we'd already looked at, you know, the grant, being able to cover it in the non-primary entitlement grant. So if it falls within there, within the budget that we'd have left in that grant, hopefully we just go ahead and get it rolling. And then if we don't have enough budget to cover it all, maybe we can start it, that they come out and they start troubleshooting some of them within a budget that we have, and then we can approach the state to try and see if we can get alternative funding to cover the rest if we don't have the funding to cover them all right now. The other item that we talked about was the surveys for both ends. I had asked, and actually he just sent me an email, so I just got the information, but it had not been completed, so it was a $1,200 estimate he was showing to come out and get these both ends certified. So I was going to see if we can get that, if I can get a contract ready for him, maybe I can get him up here as well next Tuesday.
Johnson?
Yeah, under the runway rehab project to cover that survey cost. So that was something that Teresa and I put in some funds for that, and his estimate is below what we were showing. So I think that way we can go ahead and get that done and accomplished and get that off of Basil's checklist. So we'll hopefully get the surveys done as well and get it done quickly.
Good.
So I guess I open it up to any questions then, Matt.
Anybody have a question?
Just one clarification,
Mhm.
and I'll probably bring it back to Teresa. Has the county been reimbursed yet for the money from the state? So that's still.
Yeah. We have to get the NPE funds. We have to change the scope of that grant and put those dollars in and add it to the Apron Rehab grant in order for them to be able to reimburse us. And that's that. Miles has got that documentation. We got those figures together. We sent them to him. As a matter of fact, we sent them to him back in November.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of been an ongoing thing. At first, Dion had said yes, that we could take the money from the override and the runway widening grant. But then when Basil came on board, Basil says we couldn't. So we've been talking to him. We had a conference call. Joe was there. We've gone back and forth, and we're just we're looking at shooting for those NPE grant. We're going to need about $135,000 of it to finish out the Abram project.
Yeah.
And that means, Miles, that somebody has to go in front of the commissioners and ask for a match for that NPE grant. It's $16,677.
Yeah, and that's the standard annual,
Yeah.
which it had been, and that was one of the things, it had been in the normal county budget, annual budget, and
Uh-huh.
when we looked at it, I think it showed that it wasn't, for some reason, it wasn't in that line item, so.
But
Well,
that's just a smidgen.
Eric and I met with Basil
Mhm.
a week ago yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'd never been to the airport before, and he was really impressed with the airport.
Who was that then?
Basil, yeah. He took Dion by Vintage Place as overseer of all the airports in Western County, and from Raleigh. And he made several really excellent, I thought, commendable comments for the airport authority.
Yeah.
And being able to work with the group that was, progressive minded in trying to get things accomplished here at the airport. And he was really, I was really impressed with him. He was really a nice guy. And so I think we're going to be, fortunate to have him on our side. I think he's going to be good for us. He's going to help us as much as he possibly can to get what we need to do what we want to do. So we're looking forward to working with him, and he's trying to get his feet on the ground, so to speak, with all these grants and everything. He says he just come on board, it's going to take him just a little time. And he asked that we be patient with him so he, gets a handle on everything. And I assured him that we would be. And so I think he'll help us to get the money we need to fix these lights.
Yeah.
And get our airport up to par where we, where we need it to be.
Yeah. Pete, your comment, your question about whether the county had been reimbursed, they had gotten reimbursed finally for the one.
We've
but-
been reimbursed for a certain amount.
But
not those last.
but the last one, the last
The last three.
The last three invoices will be on this final one, once we get,
You think they're forthcoming anytime soon?
yeah, they should, once,
We're closing out the end of the year, and I know the finance officer.
no,
Like
we
to get that before we come before.
no, that's
Okay.
definitely, yeah, that's definitely the goal,
We
is,
need-
actually, we'd like to get it closed out sooner than later.
That's exactly right, because we're going to this other one, and we're still lagging on this other one to get the county paid back, so.
Yeah,
Once we get once the match is in place, and we'll just do the documents like the ones I had Miles sign this morning, set up the budget, and the thing is, when it gets in Raleigh, it gets hung up down
Yeah.
there a little bit, because it has to go, as Nancy says, downtown to get the signatures. She's like, once it goes downtown, I don't know, if we may get it back in 2 weeks, we might not, so, we're just trying to get it in place so we get the money back before the end of the fiscal year.
Yeah, and I think that's what this board here is striving to do, so.
Oh, sure.
We
Yeah.
all working hard, that's good.
yeah, definitely.
Maybe we can get that done.
Boy,
We will.
it'll get done.
It'll get
Yeah.
done, yeah.
Before the end of the year.
It's come a lot further just in the last couple of weeks, to tell you the truth.
We've got a commissioner sitting here, and we don't want to give him heartburn. We will.
Now, he'll-
Well,
he'll take some of the heat for it if we don't get back.
Well-
That no-rise study's in there.
Yeah.
$12,000.
But it's typical government.
Nothing moves fast.
So. but
Okay,
yeah.
any other comments? Questions? Okay, we've covered agenda item number 4. Pete, would you talk to us about our budget that we need to approve today to get to?
Yeah, everybody got a copy? There's a copy.
No, sir, I don't have.
Okay. Right now, our current budget, we're probably, we're a little bit over in a couple items, a little bit short. We'll make up some deficit by moving some money around by the end of the year. I think everything's gonna work out pretty close. I'm just gonna be down to the wire. So next year, we know we need to do some maintenance on some of these buildings around here, with just lightness, and some on the landscape, not landscaping so much as along the creeks out here to make sure we don't have to go back in there and cut trees again along the creek out front out here, which is our responsibility, not the state or anybody else's money. So we've added about $9,000 to the budget. our propane budget this year is really doubled. Two different reasons, but not just because it's been cold, but also because we had a propane leak, and then we had the building, the pipes burst, and we had to leave that open with the heat on, so that didn't help about 3 days. Hard to heat the outside in February. But anyway, we've this budget is pretty, actually pretty lean. We've had some increases in certain things, but not a whole lot. The $9,000 goes mainly to property maintenance and building maintenance. So $56,000 is what we'd like to shoot for. We're not counting through it, it's not too bad. Our last budget was $47,000, plus we have some money coming back in on from our FBO that goes in the fund balance. Other than that, I think, if you see anything in that we might want to increase, let me know. It's supposed to be submitted last Friday, but since we're the airport authority, we're low on the total poll anyway, so. They're glad to see us.
Yeah, we're on budget.
We're not even. Swimming pool made more money than that last year, they said.
That's right. Okay, you think $56,000 is enough? And you,
No, it's
okay.
workable, but, you know, that's, if we get 56.
How about our landscaping out front?
Well, that's what we're talking about.
Y'all gonna,
That's what
mow the
we-
grass without in charge this time, you know?
My contract already ran out. Last year, they ran out of money.
Ours going out too.
Well, that landscape is pretty out there.
It is.
Yeah.
It looks nice.
Until the weeds start growing, then we got to round up,
And
got to
and
back
the
the ground
grass
up.
looks good right now.
Yeah, right
It's
now.
good,
Right
yeah,
now.
right now it does.
We better get started, Harold.
We will.
You take the first month, I'll get second.
Okay.
I need a copy of motion.
You
Submit
think, I
that.
think you would have been motion.
Okay,
Mr.
Chair,
Chairman,
yeah, hang on just one second, let me go over a little bit more thoroughly here before we jump in. What?
You increased 9,000, you only have 5,000.
Okay, you increased it 9,000.
Basically, that's what looks like. You got some money left. Property insurance, I don't know what we haven't paid, but we haven't balanced out yet. Just got $1,000 left here.
Okay, explain to the board here what this insurance covers.
Okay, the insurance is, our property insurance, and I think we still got some allocation in there, about $1,200. And I'm not sure what we haven't paid, but we haven't received a bill either. So, I don't know if it's, maybe the AWAS coming due probably pretty soon. It's about $1,200, that will take care of it. Because I figured $6,900 was property insurance. So I don't see anything out there. Electricity is, we might have a little leftover electricity, but I doubt it. It'll be down to about $20, what it's going right now.
The audit looks like a little bit high to me, $6,100 for an audit.
Well, we got some money left there. I think we get one more audit bill for some reason. They do it quarterly.
Yeah, we do it
So
quarterly.
it's kind of figured out. I hope.
The auditors will be here the first week in April.
Yeah, and I think that's where we get the last bill, so that takes care of that money. And it balances out to $6,100. So if it doesn't disappear, I know something hadn't been paid. It's not nice when you have about $4,000 or $5,000 left over and you sit there and then roll that back into something else.
You know, we don't normally have that
No, we don't.
kind of look.
Have we amended this thing?
No, I think,
This is a
it looks
proposal.
like everything, I can live with what you
Yeah.
said.
This
I
is a
think
proposal.
everything-
Oh,
We got
right now.
extra $9,000 in property building maintenance, Harold, and I think that's what we're short on that last year, if you remember.
You know, at the end of the year, we can move money around. At the end.
Miles, we also looked at, you know, just doing, we pointed out, I think last week when we were up here with Basil, you know, just trying to do some general maintenance on the building, on the front side up here,
Right.
like that.
Yeah, right here, we need to paint this porch up here.
That trim, yeah.
You gotta re,
Mhm.
And then,
woodworking doing it for you.
yeah,
Right
so,
now.
So,
are we good to go, you think, on this right here?
I think so. We've got some money in the fund balance that we probably could dip into if anything major came up. That's what we did on the mower last year.
As long as we keep it, if we don't have to roll it back in the general fund, we'll be all
No,
right.
it doesn't go back in general fund, see.
Okay.
See, we didn't realize that it stayed in our fund.
our fund balance. Which is a good thing, we didn't, you know,
Your revenues here? Yeah, well,
it was a different ballgame then, you know.
well, the revenues, part of the grant assurance is required that any revenue that is developed on the airport is supposed to stay on the airport.
That's good.
So that's one of the grant assurances.
Chair will entertain a motion then that we approve this budget and send it on to the commission.
The motion would be, you would authorize the chair to submit the budget as presented to the commission.
Yeah. Okay.
So moved.
Second. Any further discussion? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, say no. Motion carries. So we'll present this to the commissioners, and I'm sure that,
Second.
I'm sure that our liaison will definitely get this food passed by the commissioners. Thanks, Steve, for doing a good job. You've done a lot of work on it. I appreciate you getting that prepared for us to approve.
This is the next one.
Anything more you need to say about the mowing, whatever, Pete?
No, I think that's.
Okay, landscape or anything?
Another.
He figures somebody's gonna have, he said the first person to be mowing probably would be tomorrow, so he wanted to know what Harold was doing tomorrow.
Maybe it's gonna be snowing tomorrow.
I think you're right. Okay, agenda item number 6. Tommy called me about this. He's still working on this with Ms. Owens, and he said he'd have something ready for the board to consider, hopefully the next meeting, on agenda item number 6. So we can hopefully satisfy Ms. Owens.
Could you refresh our memories a little bit? What,
Ms. Owens had made a proposal to the authority on doing some advertising here at the terminal
oh, okay.
on real estate for people that comes through and so forth. And so the board decided it might be good to have the authority appoint a committee. So I appointed, Jenkins happened to be sitting right close by here. So I appointed him to work with Ms. Owens on working up something to propose to the authority for approval. We got the real estate buyer's guide coming down here now, and what they want to do is put up some kind of like a screen where the high-end real estate can be shown for all the realtors in the Franklin area. If people come through can look and see what's available as far as real estate's concerned, and they're going to pay us some money for doing that. That hadn't been determined yet how much that would be, but that's what they're working on. So hopefully,
Is it just the Franklin Realtors or is it?
yeah, just the Franklin realtor right now.
No, it's Howard. I think they're looking at countywide.
He had mentioned that to me.
Okay.
Just Franklin.
All right.
But now we'd be open to that.
Well, it sounded
Absolutely.
like the talk was that it would be for anybody that
It would have to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they would make it so that anybody could add their advertisement to that display.
If they're willing to pay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. But anyway, that's kind of the gist of what's there. Other business. Neil?
County maintenance got all of our outside security lights going.
Good.
Good. So the only thing we're lacking as far as exterior lighting, there's a couple of soffit lights, and there's one parking lot light that is out. But they did a good job out there.
Good, okay.
And both fuel tanks are full, waiting for the spring traffic.
It'll be here. Okay. All minds are clear. Chair will entertain a motion to adjourn, so Harold will go meet his date.
I'm an hour early. Never have been able to do it.
We're trying to accommodate you, man.
He's not gonna know what to do.
We'll give you plenty of time.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Well, I was gonna say,
We're adjourned.
after that.
Thanks, everybody, for coming. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm looking